Welcome back to another episode of We Roguelike It Ranking, where the two scientists, I am Boston, over there is Moonpeer.
Hello.
We're going to come together and rank the most recently finished We Roguelike It game, which was the Swords of Ditto. If you're watching the live stream, over here on the right-hand side is our ranking thing. Other side. We're on top of each other like bunk beds.
So that way?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
If you're not watching the video, let's recap our top 5 roguelikes that we've played so far. So the top 5 roguelikes of all time, because there are only 5.
Yes.
Coming
Sponsored
yes.
by The Binding of Isaac.
That's correct.
Because
yes.
it can't win it, but it's...
Yeah. MVP of... Number 5, Sunless Sea. 4 is Riddled Corpses EX. 3 is Darkest Dungeon. 2 is Crypt of the Necrodancer. And 1 is Hand of Fate. So now, as we do every time, we're going to take Swords of Ditto. We're going to put it here at the bottom and say, is it better than Sunless Sea?
Yes.
I would agree. Is it better than Riddled Corpses EX?
This is tough for me.
Yeah. This is the one where... We at the same time, the Swords of Ditto episode 4 is out right now. And Swords of Ditto is good. Certainly not amazing, top 10 game of the year. I mean, it could be in a top 10 for whatever year, but not going to be your top game of the year.
Yeah.
It's so different from Riddled Corpses EX, though, that it's
honestly
sort of hard to say.
For me, it goes above it. But it goes above it. Like, if we could do, like, a 4.1 and a 4.2, right. I would have, like, Swords of Ditto's 4.1 and Riddled Corpses' 4.2. Like, for me, it sneaks just above it just because of the amount that's there in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the depth of the actual game is so much more than Riddled Corpses. Like, I love Riddled Corpses. It's an amazing game. It's a great, twin stick shooter. It's got fantastic roguelike elements where you start the game really weak and then all of a sudden you're blasting through to the final boss and not even sweating about it. For me, Swords just goes one above because it feels like everything in it is so deliberate. Not deliberate slow, but the art style is really well done. It does have roguelike elements. It does have that next go through kind of thing to it.
Right.
It has so many different badges that you can choose and level up and really play your way.
That's true.
For me, it beats Riddle Corpses, but only just.
Yeah, and I think for me it beats Riddled Corpses because Riddled Corpses, I think, does what it does really well, but it's sort of a thin experience. It very much is an arcade experience. Mm-hmm. And I think Swords of Ditto is almost like in the late 80s when we're moving away from arcade ports to home consoles to here's a thing that's just coming out on home consoles. And it's like, oh, okay, like these are big, proper games.
Yeah.
I think Swords of Ditto, especially with its art style, I think to me pushes it a little bit higher in the ranking.
I mean, if you take all of the roguelike elements out of Swords of Ditto, it's still a really solid, very quick Zelda game.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Does it beat Darkest Dungeon?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No. But if it was up to you, Darkest Dungeon would be number 1 on this list.
I don't know, Darkest Dungeon versus Hand of Fate, that's a real that's a real tough choice. I don't think I would want to make that choice.
No.
I love them all. They're all my children, but Hand of Fate is really good. All right, so Swords of Ditto sits at number 4 then on our list. So congratulations to Swords of Ditto. You're up there in the list. Who knows what'll happen next time? We just announced that Prey Moon Crash will be our next game, so in 2 weeks we'll see. The scientists will reconvene, and we'll see where that ends up. Until then, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Oh.